Good day and welcome to Tamilnad Mercantile Bank Limited Q3 and 9-month FY2024 earnings conference call. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements which are based on the beliefs, opinions and expectations of the bank as of the date of this call. These statements are not guarantee of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. S. Krishnan, Managing Director and CEO, Tamilnad Mercantile Bank Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Thank you very much. Good evening, my friends. I'm happy to share with you the performance of the bank for the Q3 ended December 2023. The board of the bank today morning met and adopted the results, audited limited review results for the quarter ended. The details of the results have already been uploaded along with the presentation, both at the bank's website and also the sites of both the stock exchanges. I'm sure that my friends would have gone through the same. Nevertheless, I will quickly give the highlights of the performance for the Q3 for the immediate reference of my friends. The total business increased to 85,185 crore from 78,242 crore year on year. As far as the shareholders' values are concerned, the net worth has been increased to 7,668 crore from 6,741 crore. The book value per share is 484.25 as on 31st of December against 425.69 a year back. The earnings per share is 17.95 against 17.27 as on 30th of September. The other key ratios like when we talk of the asset quality, the gross NPA is continuing at almost the same, 1.7 as on 30th of September, which has come down to 1.69, so also the net NPA from 0.99 to 0.98, indicating that the asset quality is maintained. The return on assets is 1.93 for the quarter, against 1.89 of the previous quarter. The return on equity is 15.11 against 15.01 as on the previous quarter. The NIM, I can say that by and large it is at the same level, so slightly dipped by 2 bits to 4.08 during the Q3 against 4.10. The credit cost has been well contained, which has come down to 0.06. The last quarter we had a little higher slippages, which I explained to you last time. Because of that, the credit cost was 0.85. Otherwise, this quarter, the slippages have been contained. So also the recovery and upgradations are almost matching to that, which resulted in a very lesser position, which has resulted in the credit cost to 0.06%. The other interesting factor is on the SME front. The SME was 8.41% a year back, which has been brought down to 5.34%. And even if you look into all the categories of SMA 0, 1, 2, almost in all the cases we are able to bring down, except the marginal increase in SMA 2 by about 19 crore or so, which is a negligible one. Otherwise, it is just at 1.46% SMA 2 as far as SMA 2 is concerned. 0, 1, 1 have also been substantially brought down. The stress asset ratio is at 3.08%. Which was 4.01% year back. The slippage ratio has been contained to 0.21 for the quarter of December against 0.82 in the last quarter. As far as the profitability is concerned, the profit for the current quarter, net profit is 284 crore. And the net interest income is 537 crore, which both of which are the highest in the any quarter of the bank in the past history. So that is what, in brief, let me put to you. And I open the forum to my friends for the interaction. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to withdraw yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. To ask questions, please press star and 1. The first question is from the line of Lakshmi Narayanan from Tunga Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good evening. Couple of questions.
Very good evening, sir.
Yes. So when we started the year, we said we would actually have at least 50 branches open. But I see that we have opened only around 17 branches cumulatively in the first 9 months. In fact, it was reiterated that 3 months back that our expansion will continue. So I just want to understand why is that our expansion is low.
Sir, the other branches have been identified. The premises are work in progress, most of the branches. So expecting to be, opened very shortly. Thereby, we feel that we will be able to achieve what we estimated as 50 before the year end.
Sorry, sir. So how much you intend to open in this quarter?
In this quarter, see, we have opened 17 branches already. Originally, we planned for 50. The rest of that is expected to be opened during these branches.
Okay, all the 33 will be open in the next 2-3 months.
Yeah. 17 was opened in 9 months, as you observed, and the rest of the 33 will be opened during this quarter.
Got it. So the second question is that in terms of total assets, right, from where we exited in last financial year to 9 months down, we are only 2% up. Okay. Now, is it a system issue or an internal issue that our growth is actually very, very underwhelming?
Sir, can you repeat? You are talking about the total assets growth?
So the total advances for us, what I understand is been remaining flat for the last 2-3 quarters. I just want to understand your view, whether it is a system issue or an internal issue. Why we are not growing?
See, my advances have increased by about 10% year on year. If you look into, it has increased by 10%. Last year, December, we were at 34,800 crore, and now we are at 38,386 crore. We have grown by 10%. And as I was telling that, normally the momentum comes in Q3 and Q4 of the financial year, always the bank, that is what is happening. And accordingly, we expect that we will be able to achieve. We gave the guidance to the street of growth of around 12 to 15%. I expect that we will be able to grow by 12% overall for the current year. We have already grown by 10%, and I expect that we will be able to make it to 12%.
Fair, because I was comparing the exit of FY24, FY23. We were around 37,600, and we are around 38,000 only. So the last 3 quarters, quarter on quarter, there has been almost flat. Hence this question. So the second question is that, the third question is regarding the advances in agriculture. How much is gold backed loans in this? And for us, how much of our advances is actually gold advances?
Okay. Most of them are in the gold advances as far as agriculture is concerned. Okay. Most of them are in agriculture is gold loan. We have grown by about 852 crore during the quarter.
So, what is the total?
Against the total growth of 585, in agriculture the growth is around 585 crore. There is also seasonal tax credit which was given for various food food and agro industries. So there was a reduction of around 263 crore, and the increase in the jewel loan alone is around 852 crore.
Got it. Then in terms of the MSME sector, which has been, we are very strong in MSME sector, but that sector has actually been not growing in the last 3 quarters. Is it because we have slowed down consciously MSME sector, or MSME sector itself is not growing? Like, why is that our growth is not coming in MSME advances?
So it is not that we have consciously slowed down on the growth. There is no such call. Still, it continues to be our focus sector. One which I have to say is that subsequent to the COVID, when there was a moratorium and also the GECL which you will be knowing, the repayments started now. Now the repayments are also bringing down. So in addition to that, we have to go. That is the normal one. So there is a little this, and the industry also, MSME sector, if I have to say, are still to come up. If you look into the industry as a whole, the capacities where the new capacities are coming. Now we have seen that there will be large investments in Tamilnad, more particularly the southern part of the Tamilnad, that to 3. So when we get such things, there will be new MSME units will be coming, and the capacities will also increase. So that will also give you a boost to us. But our focus continues to be MSME. Hope that we'll be able to improve that.
And what is our yield on MSME, agriculture and retail sector as currently?
1 minute. Yeah, agri, the yield is 9.15. The retail is 9.53. The MSME is 11.32.
Got it. Sir, in last quarter, there was one large account which became an NPA. Okay, just want to understand what is the status of that, how that has, how that is shaping up.
The recovery proceedings are engaged. We have invoked all the recovery measures, be it the capacity, be it the training, and also talking to them. We hope that we'll be able to get the recoveries soon. Some of the recoveries I expect very shortly.
Got it. Thank you, sir. I'll get back to you.
Welcome.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Jefferson S., who's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I hope I am audible.
Yeah, your good name, sir?
Yeah, I'm Jefferson. Good evening, sir, and congratulations on a good set.
Good evening. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my first question is, for the past 7-8 years, the rate at which we grow our top line is in the range of 4 to 5% on a compounded basis. In the case of advances, it is around 7%. So currently, we are sitting at a capital adequacy of about 25 to 26, which is way higher than the regulatory requirements. So my question is, are we being too conservative here? Like, can we afford to be a little more aggressive in disbursing the loans?
Okay. See, we are in the sense, as far as the credit is concerned, we always go for the secured lending. We keep the asset quality on the topmost one. So we go for the secured lending. In the secured lending, yes, we are aggressive. We are also changing our visions and other things. We also go for how can I reduce the tax? Can I go for the digitalization? All those are in process. But we keep in mind the security aspect and then take a call on that, because we are more particular on the asset quality.
Got it. Yeah. And my second question is, actually I had a question on opening of 15 new branches by the end of this physical year, but I think it got answered. But just to summarize what you have said, we will end FY24 with a total count of 380 branches across India. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
340, not 300, 347 we have, and we will end up with another 33.
Got it.
take the next question, a reminder to participants that you may press star and 1 to join the question queue. The next question is from the line of Sonal Minhas from Crescent Cap Investment Advisors LLP. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. This is Sonal Minhas. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Very much. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Sir, I have two questions around the slippage. One is more around any near-term guidance you want to give around slippage, because last quarter there was kind of a upward blip in the number. Is there anything should we be factoring in that your slippage should be in the range of 0.2 to 0.3, 0.4, anything around that? That's one. And secondly, more from a risk control measure, because we saw last quarter there was a large MSME account and there was a large others account which slipped in basically. So under your tenure, or maybe let's say going forward, what are the ways in which we're trying to see if there are any early warnings around such accounts slipping, and what are we doing about it? Anything which you've changed as an institution in the last 1 or 2 quarters? Just want to get a subjective understanding of that.
Okay. Thank you. Let me say that expected slippage, I don't expect any such big account in Q4 as it was in Q2. I gave the guidance to the street that the gross NPA will be below 2, and stand by that guidance, it will be below 2. That is number one. Number two, as far as the systems, what has been put in place to ensure that is, which will be very, very visible from the SMA which has been brought down to 5.34 from 8.41 or so a year back. That itself will speak volume that we are able to have enhanced monitoring mechanism, which enables me to ensure that going forward, the slippages will be curtailed to a great extent. We have put in place the monitoring groups, both at the corporate office and also at the regional level, based on the quantum which has been assigned. And there is a separate team of officers who are working on the monitoring. Instead of going and knocking the doors only on the fake end of the 90th day or whatever it is, we start monitoring from, day one itself. So this enables me to have to increase my recovery collection efficiency ratio. And I hope that coming days, this system, what we have put in place will help the bank to a great extent to curtail their slippages. Every day morning, I have on my dashboard as to what is the slippage and what is the potential slippage. We have such a system. So that potential is being followed up at various times, including wherever required, I myself also follow. As I said, these data are coming to me to my dashboard on daily basis. So this system has helped to curtail, which is evident from this quarter itself. As I said, the credit cost was only 0.06 and the slippage was just 0.21. So this will continue like this. I expect that whatever we gave the guidance, it will be continuing the same.
Got it, sir. Sir, I have a second question, if I may ask.
Yeah.
Sir, I see the deposits actually falling down, and large part of that is linked to, I think, a bulk deposit on one side, maybe shrinking. But just wanted to broadly understand your deposit and CASA strategy. Since you are opening branches and assuming the branches feed into your CASA, any guidance, anything which you're changing on your CASA, on your term deposits, which we should know for the next 2-3 years outlook, that will be helpful, sir.
Okay. See, as you have observed, the deposits coming down, and there again you have also observed that the bulk deposits have come down. It is true. If you look into my bulk deposits have come down substantially on every quarter. It is a conscious decision. As I said, we are more cost conscious. Today, if you look into the cost of deposits for every bank, including the TNB, is going up. There is a like money question. There is a great demand. Such being the case, as I said, we are cost conscious. So we consciously, efficiently manage the funds. That is why the deposits have gone down. Which even with that, there is an increase in the cost of deposits, which we would have seen. Otherwise, the NIM might have been affected further. They are able to maintain the NIM just 2 bits. So that is the reason. Otherwise, if you look into the CASA this quarter, the CASA has increased. The CASA has increased year on year in December by about 7.88%. That is what the year-on-year growth as far as the CASA is concerned. As far as the CASA strategy is concerned, that we have formed a separate vertical for this, both at the HO and also at the regional offices. We have dedicated people for this. The HO, there is a separate vertical who sits at Chennai, who are able to go and meet the various big corporates, customers, get their accounts, their salary accounts. We have a lot of education institutions down south where we are the bankers. So all the teaching and non-teaching staff and salary accounts are being taken by us. We also go for a fee collection. These are some of the strategies which we are adopting, which started yielding the results. I hope that this will continue in the days to come.
Got it, sir. This explains. And as you open more branches, anything which we are doing to attract more retail CASA, if I may just slip in a question there?
Can you repeat? Have you opened any branches?
Sir, as you open new branches, what's the strategy to actually get the retail CASA? Like, for example, customers like me or somebody who's
as we open the new branches. Now, new branches we open after making a good study of the center potential and our understanding of that. With that, we are opening the branches. And these branches, some of the branches are credit-oriented, some of the branches are deposit-oriented. I can give some numbers which I have. Probably the 17 branches which I opened during this current fiscal, in the 9 months, the CASA ratio of all these branches put together is 39.41%.
Okay. Got it, sir.
So that gives me a good edge.
Sure, sir. This is from my side, sir. I'll come back in the queue. Thanks a lot for answering my questions in detail. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor Company. Please go ahead.
Yeah, namaskar, sir, and thank you for the opportunity. Sir, firstly, if you could give what is our current CD ratio?
It is around 82%.
Okay, and any comparative number? Last year, what it was? I mean, have we improved on the...
One minute, I will give you. Just a minute. It is now 82.02, and last December it was 80.11.
Okay, and so going ahead, what do we envisage? How this ratio will be 1 year down the line?
We will be around this. We will be around this number.
Okay. Sir, when we look at the granular detail of our loan portfolio on the liability side, we are more towards this SMA segment, the SME segment. So how is the granularity going to be, sir, when our size grows? I mean, what portion of our loan book is towards the corporate segment currently?
No, corporate segment, we focus on the MSME. We focus on the RAM segment, I can say, on a broader one and not on the corporate. But we don't say that corporate we have closed the door. If you look into the overall composition, my RAM is 91% and the corporate and others are just 9% of the total advances. So we focus on the RAM segment, which will continue to be a focus area.
Okay, sir. So when we look at your, one more point was about this 56 crore rupees ad hoc wages part, sir. When in which quarter have this provision been made of 56 crore? It was mentioned in the notes.
Yeah. We have been making this provision for the past about 14 months we have been making the provision, right? But this quarter alone, in addition to the normal provision what we were making, this quarter alone we have made 14 crores additionally, this quarter alone, in addition to what we were making regularly. And
so then why have we referred this to this 56 crore rupees figure? What is the...
No, that is the total provision that is outstanding. It is basically to say, stars, that we hold a total provision of 56 crore towards the wage settlement.
Okay, and that has flown through the P&L.
So 9 plus 14 this quarter. So this quarter alone we have made totally 23 crores. Regularly we make around 9 crores per quarter. This quarter I made additional provision of 14 crores, that has come to 23 crores, and the overall is 56 crores.
Sir, come again. For this quarter, the impact is higher by 14 crore than the normal provision.
Yes, higher by 14 crore in this quarter. Normal provision we make 9 crore, and the total cumulative which I hold today is around 56 crore.
And this 56 crore is for the 9 months FY23.
No, not for FY23. Overall, we started for this 9 months, I can tell you, that was 9 plus 2, 11. 14, 11 was... no? 55 crore is during 9 months period. Sorry, 45 crore is during the 9 month period, and 11 crore was in the previous year.
Okay, and out of this 45 crore, we have done 23 crore in this quarter itself.
In this quarter.
Okay, and sir, going ahead again, we will have the impact for the fourth quarter also?
Pardon?
For the fourth quarter also, this will continue, this provisioning of ad hoc wage revision?
We are yet to start the negotiation of the wage revision. We are not party to the IBA settlement. Our bank is not party to that. We have our own settlement. As a proactive, we started making provisions from November 22 itself, in line with what other banks are having. That is a proactive measure. So we started making in a small scale, and now we have made additional 14 crore this time, as I explained to you this quarter I have made. So it depends on the negotiation. I don't expect that there will be much of the one. Maybe they say next quarter there may be some requirement.
So next quarter also this 9 crore number will be there, sir?
Will be there.
9 crore. As you mentioned that you are not agreeing to the IBLA provision percentage. So what is the differential amount between what they are seeking and we are provisioning?
We have a different pay structure than what the IBA has. We have the fixed and variable pay like that to my employees, particularly those who are joining now. So there is a mixed one. Some old employees have got pay structure similar to what the IBA is having. The employees who are joining after a cut-off date, they have totally a different pay structure. And even for the old employees, we are not party to the IBA settlement. So we make a separate negotiation, a separate agreement with my own employees' associations.
Then you spoke about the Q3 and Q4 will be growth numbers as there's a pickup in the economic activities, and that there will be higher disbursement of loans. So, taking that aspect into account, where are we, sir, in terms of ending the year with what kind? We were guiding for 15% interest in earned growth for this financial year when we compare to last year. So are we in the vicinity of closing the year?
Yes. I gave the guidance of 12 to 15%. So hope that we are still in the vicinity of that. That 12 to 15% guidance what I gave. I hope that we will be able to do that. We'll be in that band.
Okay, sir. And for the year, sir, what should be our exit rate for our ROA, NIM, and other important parameters?
ROA, yes. ROA, I gave the guidance of 1.75 to 2. And definitely the guidance we are not revising. The same will continue. And then ROE, you asked about ROE. We gave the guidance of about 15. That will again continue. We go to that.
Okay. And sir, our cost of fund is gradually.
Mr.
Okay,
sorry to interrupt, but
I will join the queue again.
Sure, thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to participants that you may press star and 1 to ask questions. The next question is from the line of Vignesh Venkatachalam, who's an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, hi. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Good day. Yeah, my one question is on the advances. We talked about confident on RAM sector. On that, I can see in the MSME, the year-on-year growth is not that much compared to agriculture. Agriculture has been 25% has been growth in the advances. Is there any particular reason or how we can proceed on the future quarters?
So it is not any particular reason. As I was explaining, as far as the MSME is concerned, the MSME, I can say that even after the COVID itself, the coming up of the MSME is a little slow. So I was telling that the MSMEs normally come in large scale when there are new capacities of the large scale industries. Whenever the new large scale industries, the capacities come, the mushroom of MSMEs will be there. And added to that, unfortunately, we had a big hit in the country of COVID. Where these people, MSME, are very, very agile, so they were affected. So that coming up also takes time. All these have resulted in the growth also. So that is the reason, year on year, the MSME growth. And added to that, another point is that the repayments have started for the DECL and also where the moratoriums were given. All those have started. And we have looked into that my slippages are totally under control. So the recoveries, when it has started, the recoveries also contributes to this. That is the reasons, based on the reasons why the growth is 1.51% only against the agricultural growth of 35%. While so we still focus on that. We also have brought new products for particularly the MSME, like easy credit MSME for the mini LAP, because many people who are not able to have proper this one small, particularly the micro enterprise. Similarly, we have got the GST loan, and very shortly I'm going for digitalization. We will be launching GST loan digital one. There it will be a very ease of convenience for the customers to have the facility. So these are some of the steps which we have taken. In addition to that, I told in the last meeting also that we have constituted, launched the MSME hub in different places. It is getting stabilized. I hope that this will contribute to a greater extent in the months to come.
Okay, sir. Thanks for the information. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Lakshmi Narayanan from Tunga Investments. Please go ahead.
Good evening, sir. Lakshmi Narayanan, sir.
Sorry. The last call you mentioned that you have implemented a loan processing software and also trying to make some hubs around SME disbursement. What has been the progress? How things have panned out on these two things?
What we have done is we have parallelly taken for the retail and also the MSME, the digitization. As far as the retail is concerned, few of the products like the home loan, the vehicle loan, the gold jewel loan, these all will be made these are automated. As far as the
Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Concerned, we are in that.
Sorry, sir, your voice wasn't clear. You said gold loan and vehicle loan, then after that I didn't hear it.
Vehicle loan and also the gold jewel loan.
Okay, you have digital loan.
Yeah, where it has been automated so that my tax can also come down. And simultaneously, we have also engaged with another service provider for digitizing the MSME training. And these are in advanced stage. I expect that this will be rolled over very shortly in a very advanced stage of the testing and the audits going on. So I expect that this will be rolled out very shortly, where I will be able to have one we have already said the customers can digitally, sitting at their place of convenience, know their eligibility for the loan based on the GST returns, which we call it as do it yourself. And second, they can also apply for the GST loan through their digital mode. The process has been totally automated, where it will be giving the in-principle sanction immediately or the exception, whatever it is. And the entire end-to-end, it will be automated with the proper escalation metrics wherever required, so that the phygital is also present there. It is not only the auto digital one. There is also a phygital. There will be assisted journey, because the customers of my bank, most of them, some of them may be able to have straight through end-to-end digital. Some of them may require an assisted journey. So we are also providing the assisted journey. These are in the advanced stage. I expect that this will be rolled out very shortly.
Got it. And in terms of creating the hubs for SME loan processing, I think there have been, last call or so you mentioned something on that front, sir.
We have created the MSME hubs in different locations. These MSME hubs are getting stabilized. We have posted exclusive relationship managers for these hubs. And these hubs are being headed by experienced, seasoned senior level people, where they can take quick decisions. The whole advantage of these hubs are that the sourcing and underwriting is totally segregated. Thereby, I ensure a better underwriting quality. With the digitization or automation, it will be further enhanced. The underwriting process will be further enhanced. That can be brought down because today everything is being done only by the branch. The branch is basically, it is my view that the branch should be a delivery channel where they can deliver to the customer. So the other things have to be taken care by the back office. That is the whole purpose why this MSME hub has been brought, and the specialized experienced people have been posted there. So these things will yield the results in the months to come.
Got it. So I have two more questions. The first question is, in terms of your replacement, we had approached RBI with 3 different candidates. So what has been the progress? There has been some back and forth with RBI, or it will take its own time?
Sir, it will take its time because the RBI they have their own process of due diligence and other things. It is with RBI, so we expect that.
Sorry. So the last question is, when you started the year, you would have had some plans in terms of various things, and which of the areas has actually is in your, some of them would have disappointed you in terms of any specific business activities or so. I just want to understand which of the things have done well as per your expectations and which have done ones which have not done well as per your expectations.
My expectation was that basically I wanted this year that there should be the systems, procedures, the risk management management systems, the control, the compliance ought to be enhanced so that there will be a smooth walk subsequently. Simultaneously, it was also the digitization. And we took the business process engineering project, which I told earlier also, which will enable me to have a relook on all my processes, the products, and fine-tune them wherever required, which will enable for enhancing the business. So on the one side, enhancing the business, on the other side, enhancing the control mechanism. Both will enable the bank to reach a greater heights. Towards that, what has been achieved is that, yes, both have been achieved to a greater extent. That is what I have to say. Both the control measures and also on the BPR and also the digitalization. So both have been achieved to a greater extent.
Got it. And on the other side, which are the ones which you thought would do well, it hasn't done well? Any activities or any specific business segments?
No, business segment, if you look into it, but I should say that we are able to do better on the retail segment, definitely. Able to bring in amongst my employees about the marketing. That is another great achievement, I can say. The sense of, I can say, the risk culture, the compliance culture, the sense of compliance, the favor of compliance have been brought in. Many things have been done on the IT front, on the digitalization. All these are some of the things which have been done to a greater extent.
Yes. Thank you so much, sir, for the detailed answer.
Welcome, sir.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Sonal Minhas from Crescent Cap Investment Advisors. Please go ahead.
Sir, my question was with regard to the stressed assets. I hope I'm audible. Just wanted to understand how much... Sir, yes, sir. I just wanted to understand restructured assets, and wanted to understand what portion of the restructured assets have been provided for already, and anything you wish to speak about in terms of the trajectory of the restructured assets coming down, or any NPAs coming off, lagging off from this particular part. Any subjective commentary, objective commentary will be great, sir.
Okay. See, let me say that the restructured advances totally as on the 31st of December was around 600 crore, 599.17 crore against 896 crore a year back. Okay. So that is the position. If you look into the NPA in the restructured asset is 65 crore against 92 crore in the year back. If I have the movement of the restructured also, what has been slipped in the current quarter out of the restructure is just 3.89 crore.
Sorry, sir, can you repeat the last line? What is slipped, sorry?
The slippage, you also asked as to how they are behaving. The slippage in the restructured standard accounts during Q3 is only 3.9 crore.
Okay.
Out of the total restructured book of around 600 crore.
Okay. Got
So
it.
the slippage is very low.
And sir, how much have you provided for against the 600 crores as we speak right now?
I will tell you. We have a provision of around 58 crore for this restructured book. Let me also tell that we have additionally, over and above all the regulatory provision requirement, we have additional provision of 250 crore kept separately towards any contingency on account of COVID.
Okay, which is not used and might be used up here.
Set apart. for that.
Got it, sir. And sir, I wanted to understand the MSME segment. Others have been asking about this. We've been on calls of your peers as well who do a reasonable bit of MSME lending as well. Just wanted to understand, and these are largely South Indian focused banks. Is MSME economy by and large in Karnataka, Andhra, Kerala, Tamilnad facing some bit of stress and it is coming out of it? Or is it just that the capex hasn't happened in them, as you were mentioning? Is there any broader macro data that you want to share about the MSME segment by and large across the 4-5 states that we're talking about here?
By and large, the MSME segment are picking up after the COVID pandemic. They are picking up. They are in the recovery path. So I expect that they'll be able to come to the normalcy in due course of time. They are picking up. It is in general for the industry.
Got it, sir. Okay. That's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Saket Kapoor from Kapoor Company. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you again. Sir, when we look at our 9 months performance on a comparative basis, we have grown our net interest income from in the vicinity of 18 to 19%. If we compare 9 months ending December 22 vis-a-vis 9 months ending December 23, and you are guiding for a growth of 12 to 15%. So, is there likelihood that for the fourth quarter ending 31st March 2024, we are likely to degrow from what we have been doing for the last 3 quarters?
No, this one was my overall advances growth. My overall advances growth, if you look into today, my advances growth is 10% for the 9-month period.
12%?
Year on year. Yes. So that I will grow by 12 to 15%, what I said. What you are asking is about the interest income. The interest income is based on other factors. Okay?
Right. So what should be this growth number of 18-20% what we have seen for the 9 months, this is likely to continue going ahead also?
No, that is why I took it along with the NIM. Because the interest income and the interest expenses both will be there based on the deposits and advances. So it will always be better to measure through the NIM instead of the interest income on absolute number. For NIM, I gave the guidance of above 4, which we will be continuing. Definitely.
Okay. So we have also seen that our cost of fund has been increasing with the revision, I think so, for the deposit rates. So what likely would be the cost of fund going ahead? This quarter also, quarter on quarter, it was an 11 bips upward, so now to 5.9. So what should be the cost of fund going ahead? We are guiding for the NIMs to be maintained. Then this arbitrage will remain for 4%.
Yes. Arbitrage will remain at 4%, as you rightly said, when we talk of the NIM. Okay. If you ask the cost of funds in particular, cost of funds may increase by about 5 to 10 bits in the next quarter, that is Q4.
Right. Sir, going ahead, say 2-3 years down the line, we will be a bank always focused towards the MSME segment only and having a larger portion of towards the RAM part only, or are we trying to increase the pie going ahead with more of digitalization and other things into our forte that we would be able to detect stress in the system and thereby improving the product basket also? So what should likely be the growth journey from here, sir?
So, my focus will continue to be the RAM segment. I will not say that the MSME alone. my focus will be on the RAM segment. Will continue to be on the RAM segment. And as you are also telling about the basket, the RAM segment is widely spread. There is no concentration risk. In fact, that is a great advantage for me. That's why we are able to maintain the asset quality. My concentration will continue to be in the RAM segment, but not only on the MSME.
Okay. And sir, this quarter, I think the provision is only for 2 crore rupees. That's a significant reduction for quarter-on-quarter basis also, and year-on-year also there have been a significant lowering of provision. So this number is net of our recovery. That is what it should be likely. This 2 crore number.
Yes. See, 2 crore is the provision which you are referring. This provision is coming after letting out the retrieval of the provision on account of the recovery. Right? Now, my additional provision required is only just 2 crore. Last quarter, there was a one-off high slippage which warranted a higher provision. That is why the Q2, the provisions were higher, and this time it has come down, which has been reflected in the credit costs.
Right, sir. And that number was also 100 crore, I think. So last quarter, there was the slippage was significantly higher.
Correct.
So what is the status on the same, sir, on that account? How many accounts were involved?
One account, big account. One of the participants was asking about the status of that recovery. I told that all the recovery measures have been initiated, be it on the SARFAESI, be it on filing of suit, be it on the negotiation also. All these have been invoked. So the process is done. I expect some recoveries in the near future to begin with. So last quarter, the slippage was very high. That is the reason the provisions were also high.
And it was in which category, sir? It was in which sector the slippage happened of 100 crore? It was single account.
It was a single account. It was a single account.
Okay. And which sector it was attributable to?
Not MSME. Others.
It is in the other segment.
Yeah.
Okay. And we have sufficient coverage and yes, last point was that we have sufficient asset backup to that, or will that result into
We have asset back for. In fact, our bank, we always focus on the collaterals in addition to the primary securities.
Okay, so there is no threat to the recovery part. Once if the process continues going ahead, we can recover from the sale of the collateral.
We don't envisage that.
Okay, the account will return to normalcy going ahead. That is what the indication is.
Indication is that we will be able to recover the amount, but it has its own process.
Okay, sir. Right, sir. I join the queue, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
We'll take that as the last question. I would now like to hand the conference back to Mr. S. Krishnan, MD and CEO, for closing comments.
Thank you for sparing the time, particularly today. The market has been declared a holiday. Despite that, all of you have taken time to interact. It is always my pleasure to interact with you. Thanks once again. We will try. We will also see that can we have personal meetings in the near future. I will let you know, and I will be more than happy to meet you all in person. Once again, thank you all.
Thank you very much. On behalf of Tamilnad Mercantile Bank Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. You may now disconnect your call.